Is Ms. Meryem Göka. You have the floor.
Thank you so much, dear President and colleagues. Turkey is a sovereign democratic nation governed by the rule of law, and no individual is above the law. The ongoing judicial proceedings concerning the mayor of Istanbul are part of an evidence-based investigation led by independent judicial authorities. Unfortunately, recent statements reflect a biased and premature judgment, undermining the principle of non-interference and attempting to exert political pressure on Turkey's judiciary. Making biased and one-sided assessments about ongoing legal proceedings is incompatible with universal legal principles. Let me be clear, this is a corruption and bribery investigation initiated by members of the opposition itself who came forward with evidence and testimony. What we are witnessing is a serious legal process that has not yet been concluded and therefore is not a political operation. For 23 years, the AK Party has shown its commitment to democracy by competing with the opposition only at the ballot box. Have any of you ever witnessed a case in Europe where someone declares themselves a presidential candidate 3 years ahead of a scheduled election? The legal process was not intended to prevent İmamoğlu's nomination. On the contrary, it was the CHP leadership that hastily launched the nomination process to instrumentalize the legal proceedings for political purposes. But once again, we face double standards. When politicians in Europe face legal action, as recently seen in France with Le Pen, do we hear urgent statements? Do European institutions question the legitimacy of those judicial systems? When such processes take place within European borders, they are simply regarded as normal functions of democracy and the rule of law. But when Turkey enforces the same legal principles, it's quickly labeled as authoritarian. I'm frankly sick and tired of this frustrating, deep-rooted bias and mind-boggling hypocrisy, the repeated "we are concerned about Turkey" rhetoric, the habit of judging our country through wishful thinking and not reality, and the anti-Turkey, anti-Erdogan obsession in some foreign media and politicians. But let us be clear, Turkey is no longer the Turkey of the past. You may not point fingers at Turkey and attempt to bring it into line, and we certainly do not need lectures on democracy. Turkey does not need selective lectures from those who remain silent in the face of grave human rights violations in Gaza, yet rush to politicize legitimate judicial processes within our borders. If this assembly seeks to protect the integrity of democratic values, it must do so consistently, not conditionally. Today, Turkey embraces a historic mission, assuming global responsibility as a stabilizing actor in the region and proactive advocate for international justice. Thank you.